The following is a production of peanutbutterdisaster.com and may contain views and language not suitable for all listeners. Audience discretion is advised.
Canadians.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Smark, Peanut Butter Disaster's Wrestlemania Wrestling Podcast. My name is KiraKennedy, alongside my broadcast colleagues, me, Maggle Keen, and Tex Rockwolf. But we're also joined by a very special guest this week. He is actually one of Tex's co-hosts on his other show, The Short Council, which you should totally watch right now on peanutbutterdisaster.com. It covers Game of Thrones. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the Corey Graves of our announce team, or the Booker T, whatever you want to look at it as, Jeremy.
How's it going?
Hi, Jeremy.
Hello. Was that Michael speaking?
This
Yes,
is
it was.
Yep. This is
now
Michael.
I got you guys straight.
He's got a significant audio sample to work with from the both of you. And this week, we get wild on the road to WrestleMania, Maggle!
Because somebody has to. My God, this has been the worst WrestleMania build I have seen since last year's, and I am not optimistic about this year.
This is worse than, well, this is almost as bad as having to wait for one of your top wrestlers to, or not even top wrestlers, one of your wrestlers to fight a, baseball player or something, you know? It's a whole lot of...
This is an episode of Raw, is what it is.
I don't know, this is more like an episode of SmackDown.
Ooh, that's harsh, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it could be worse. It could be an episode of Main Event, but still. Ugh. Anyways, this week we are going through our WrestleMania predictions. We will not be talking about NXT TakeOver Dallas because, quite frankly, by the time I get this, with my luck, we won't be getting this till after NXT TakeOver airs, and quite frankly, I don't think I'm qualified enough to watch it yet because I still don't have the network.
Canada.
Jeez,
Wah, wah.
Pete's. What is going on?
Trouble in the hat.
$29.99. So,
I mean, well...
Actually, it's $11.99 here in Canada.
Okay, so, well, Kira, let's do the math. How much is the WrestleMania pay-per-view going to cost you on your local cable provider?
I don't watch it on my local cable provider.
It's
I watch it at the movie
$59.99.
It's $59.99.
Actually,
Kira.
it's $65.99 here in Canada.
It's
but thank you.
$65.99, Kira.
Actually, it's probably closer to 80 because it's WrestleMania, but still.
It's $87.33, Kira. And you do the math. You get the same WrestleMania for $87.33 or just $11.99.
Or $15 if I watch it at the movie theater.
I want to just pay. I want to pay for your WWE network, Kira. I really do, because this is just sad, sad.
Can we start getting some fucking money, get some kickback on here for showing the product? I think it's about time.
We need a Kickstarter for a Canadian who wants to watch wrestling.
Anyways, let's just get this over with. We are going to... I have a list of the somewhat final card for WrestleMania because this was made before Raw and the disaster of an announcement that was made there. But anyways, let's just start things off with what's going to be on the kickoff show here. First up, the Usos versus the Dudley Boys, a.k.a. wow, that's a little early to be having a piss break match, isn't it?
I haven't seen this forced of a passing of the torch since the Olympic torch relay. It is
John Cena and The Rock.
It is ridiculous how bad they're trying to make the Usos the new table guys.
Why is it a tables match?
It doesn't make any sense.
Because the WWE, that's why.
I almost feel like this would be like a match to fill space, but then it's like, oh,
yeah, but it's
this
weird
is already
that
like 5 fucking hours. What's even? I mean, what space is like? Just let it not be 5 fucking hours. Is that not difficult? Is that difficult? I don't understand.
Not really.
Well, I mean, I don't know why we're all so skeptical about the white-hot heat that's surrounding this Usos Dudley Boys match. I mean, this shit's about to go nuclear, boys.
Ice with this feud.
I mean, I'm on the edge of my seat about it. Aren't you?
Camouflage guys versus the beach shorts guys.
Okay. I have an idea before we even get into this match, and I didn't discuss this with you before, but whatever. Fuck you. I'm the heel. How about we play a good old-fashioned betting game? We gamble on this stuff. Here in Vegas, we're all about gambling. At least that's the stereotype on TV. How about we just we place our bets on these matchups for tonight, and then I don't know, the loser, Kira, just gets to like blow somebody or something. I don't know. It doesn't really matter what it is. It could just be like.
I thought we established I wasn't the Byron Saxton of this crew.
It could just be like superiority, like New Day is trying to fight for. Just superiority of the podcast.
Okay.
All right.
Well, it'll be like a King in the Ring thing, and whoever which one of us wins, we'll be the king of Smark.
We'll be Smark of the Ring.
I don't know.
Ring.
The last few King of the Rings haven't really worked out that well.
King on the Ring, you know that event, that popular event.
Also, Jeremy, we are very big on kayfabe here.
Yes, Tex. I realize.
Yes, Mike's already broken kayfabe twice, and I realized while editing last week's episode that I broke kayfabe once right at the beginning.
Oh
yeah, suck my dick, Kira, you piece of shit.
Your guys are the reason kayfabe's dead.
It's still real to me, damn it. Anyways, back to the match that nobody cares about. I don't care, but if I had to pick, I'm going to flip a coin on this if I can find one. Hang on.
Do Canadians have coins?
Yes.
I wouldn't know.
Loonies
I figured the
and
currency
toonies.
is like maple syrup and hats or something.
Beaver tails.
Ah, that makes sense.
Beaver tails.
Whole
Alright, I'm
bag
gonna
of
flip a coin
beaver
on this
tails.
one. Dudleys.
You got the Dudleys. I got the Usos. There's no reason for the Dudley boys to go over. No, I don't.
And yet
Nobody's
they will.
buying their ultra mean turn. It's just this. It would serve no purpose to have the Usos lose to the Dudley boys, especially after they rigged the Slammies to make the Usos win Tag Team of the Year. Obviously,
I seem to
they're
recall
pushing.
another Slammy. I seem to recall another Slammy winner who's been going nowhere.
Yeah, it's a trash award that means nothing. But I'm glad that they stopped mentioning that when they introduce people.
Yeah.
That should
I'm
be
glad-
the slogan for the Slammies. A trash award that means nothing.
Let's put this in context. It means less than the Grammys.
You son of a bitch. So I'm gonna piggyback off of what Trev said, or what Tex said. I just had a stroke, guys. I'm gonna piggyback off of Tex and say that there's no reason. I mean, this is WrestleMania. It's about baby faces going over for the most part. And the Dudley boys are pretty old school guys. We don't have much longer in wrestling, as far as I can tell. Put the Usos over. It's not going to mean jack shit in the long run, but I believe the Usos will come out victorious before fading into obscurity later in their career.
You mean they haven't already?
Damn! Canada's got balls and fangs.
I'm gonna go with the Usos as well, because, if the Dudley boys want to win, they can go back to TNA.
Fair enough. Yeah, I just literally give. You couldn't even fill a match book with how many fucks I give about this match. Speaking of which, let's move on to the Andre the Giant Clusterfuck Battle Royal.
So the problem
Armbar?
with this particular match is, of course, we don't know all of whom is going to be participating in the Battle Royal. Kira, do you have a list of the people that we know so far?
I had an article from WrestleZone open. Hang on, I'm gonna go back in my history to see if I can find it.
Golden Truth will be on.
Updated list from WrestleZone. Social Outcast: Curtis Axel, Heath Slater, Adam Rose, Bo Dallas, The Big Show, Kane, Goldust, R-Truth, Mark Henry, Jack Swagger, Darren Young, Fandango, the Legion of Doom ripoffs, Tyler Breeze, and Damian Sandow. Those are all who are confirmed so far.
Oh boy, that's a tough
who
one.
I
Also, I would like to also substitute Mortal Kombat characters as an alternate name for the Ascension as well.
Okay. Motion approved.
I don't think the Mortal Kombat characters are going to be going over. Well, they'll be going over the rope, but they aren't going to be going over on this.
I think
match.
they have about as much of a chance as Swagger.
Fuck. I mean,
that's the problem with this, guys, is that we're supposed to be like, oh man, Andre the Giant, he was the best. This is the best battle royale to honor him. So let's watch this. But
winning worked so well for Big Show and Cesaro.
It's a battle royale of the jobbers. It's
sad.
It's bad. Why am I watching this?
It's just like King of the Ring. It's nothing. You get a gimmick you get to talk about for like a month afterwards, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Mark Henry. Fuck it, I don't care.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's probably going to be Mark Henry. Ideally, I'd want it to be someone coming up from NXT to build some momentum, but as Jeremy mentioned, this title means jack shit already, so...
I just pulled Mark Henry out of my dick hole. I mean, it could be anybody. I just assume because he's big and he's old and he's gonna retire soon. You can, like, holler into it and it'll holler back. It's great.
Very Yannick for a dick hole. You know?
It's like a sea cave.
But in any case, yeah, I'm gonna go with the Crimson Werewolf, the Scarlet Dragon, Keith Slater, baby. Fucking love Heath.
Oh, wait. There's been a change since then, and the Clusterfuck Battle Royal and the Usos versus the Dudley Boys are not on the kickoff show anymore. But we'll finish with the Clusterfuck Battle Royal anyways.
So it's part of the main show now? The Dudleys?
Unfortunately, yes.
Huh. Well, that makes it even worse.
Yes, it does.
Huh. Okay. Well, alright, so who, wait, Kira, do you have an actual...
Wait, no, Battle Royal will not be on the kickoff show, but Usos will be on the kickoff show, but Usos and Dudleys will.
Okay, so the armbar has been moved to the main show, and Usos and Dudley stays on the pre-show.
No, the other way around.
Okay.
The armbar?
Yeah.
What is this, Jared?
If you really bend over backwards, you can make it into make the acronym for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale into armbar.
Really bullshitty.
It's bullshitty, but if you think about it, you can sort of almost do it. They do it on the internet.
I think there's a G in armbar.
The armbar. Okay, so, alright, so that weirdness aside, this is why we shouldn't give live updates on the show.
Fair enough.
So, Kira, did you have a final say in who? Yeah,
I said Mark Henry, even though I'd want someone from NXT to come up and win it as a way to.
Two Mark Henrys, a Heath Slater, and how about you, Jared?
I'm torn between the bigger red guy and last year's winner. Just why not? Why not Big Show again? Just why not? Who cares?
It would mean just about as much.
He can be out there and he can start crying and stuff and really just giving us the waterworks. I mean, like, this is,
That's all he's good for.
Well, that's what he's good for. Gotta have some kind of talent. Nobody can sell the waterworks like the Big Show.
Literally.
Well, it's a big cry.
I can't think of anyone they would actually push from that group of people at all. Like, be willing to.
I feel like it has to be like a surprise entrant or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although, I was seeing rumors that Cesaro is in Dallas not wearing a sling, so...
Yeah.
I doubt it'll happen, but...
Be an amazing entrance, like, surprise entrant. I'd like to think that they got some surprises like on that caliber ready for us.
Yeah, well, I think there's some NXT guys possibly showing up in there at some point. Like, possibly, I don't know, maybe Balor or Bulletproof.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what about, fuck.
I don't know about
wait,
Start
shit,
getting into
who's...
bullety things here, too.
Yeah, bullety things stay away for right now.
What's his name? Fuck, I totally lost his name. I don't
Baron
know why.
Corbin?
No, the guy who just came up from NXT.
Tyler Breeze?
No, that
Sami
just
Zayn?
came up. Sami Zayn. There we go. I don't know why I can't remember his
Zayn's
fucking name.
in a clusterfuck match of his own, though.
Oh, is he in the fucking... Oh, right, he's in the Intercontinental.
He's
Never
in
mind.
last year's ladder
I
match.
forgot he was in that match. I have the list up in front of me, and I forgot he was in that match.
It's alright, man.
Oh, jeez. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I don't... Fuck it, whatever.
So, the idea is either Mark Henry, Big Show, Kane, or Slater. I will go on record and say this right now. If Slater wins the Battle Royal, I don't even know.
Eat a shoe. Eat a shoe.
Guys,
Eat a shoe.
like, last week we fired like everybody in this battle royale. This is literally the future endeavor battle royale.
If Slater wins this Battle Royal, I will officially become a Slater.
Hornswoggle.
If Hornswoggle wins, I'm never watching wrestling again.
All right, so this is all
Anyways.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Kira, do you want to move us on forward?
Yeah, okay, so the other part of the actual kickoff show, apparently, the 5-on-5 Divas Clusterfuck Tag Team match, featuring a bunch of women not on Total Divas, and 2 who used to be but aren't anymore, feature against the current cast of Total Divas minus that reject from Tough Enough.
Jesus Christ. So for this one, I suggest we pick a side to win, and then we pick which diva or female, whatever, person that we feel will win the match for their respective side.
Okay. Now, I see this going one of 2 ways. Both ways involve Team Bad and Blonde, as they are calling themselves. This would be Lana, Emma, Naomi, Tamina, and Summer Rae winning, because of course this is Lana's WrestleMania debut. Going over with Eva Marie either taking the pinfall or screwing. That's me being hopeful. Or Eva Marie screwing over someone else, like Brie, best case scenario, or Paige, worst case scenario.
Yeah, I could go with that. I'm personally, I would like to see Bad and Blonde or whatever win this one with Emma pinning, because she's got a great song that she has that's associated with her, and I just like hearing it. And
Texel's that song.
And I'm seriously, I don't know. I like her whole deal that she's got going on. I'd like to see Emma be more successful.
Yeah. Although I think, given the fact that she was kind of a last-minute addition to this, literally she was introduced on main event, I think she's going to kind of get lost in the shuffle here.
I accidentally watched that.
Whoops. What?
Oh, darn, I watched this main event here. It's all over my shoe.
It was suddenly just there, and I couldn't get away. Had a hold of
Don't
my
worry,
ankle.
that's how.
Main event.
That's kind of what
happened
the first time I watched Total Divas.
Oh, the first time. Okay.
First time, yeah.
Second time came willingly.
Yeah, I heard you're a fan.
Unfortunately.
This is just like some weird uncle rape story. So I'm gonna say, as much as I kind of want Bad and Blonde to win, I guess, Brie Bella's gonna be retiring soon, according to rumor. So what I'm gonna assume happens.
R.I.P.
I don't really give a fuck how the entire match goes, but Brie. Well, first off, Team Divas is gonna win, and then I think Brie will get the pin. Probably on I don't know, probably Naomi or Lana, but I don't know. I care so little about this story. I barely even registered it was happening. So I can't, and I feel bad. I feel bad when I don't care enough to really go into details. I feel like it makes me a bad smart.
I physically cannot care about anything Eva Marie is involved with. It's like some kind of involuntary reflex. If I try to give a damn, I might actually puke.
I throw up a little. Yeah, I get that. Jerry Bear, did you have an opinion on that?
Thanks for calling me that. That's one of my favorite names I go by. I'm gonna say Bree's team because Daniel was such a good dog. You know, we're still in that Daniel Bryan died moment. I feel, she's gonna be wearing his kick pads and yesing around and whatnot,
doing his yes kicks.
Yeah, it's the final pop WWE gets out of him, pretty much.
Yeah.
I see that, yeah.
She has literally just become an avatar. Daniel Bryan is warding into the body of Brie Bella. And
he's working with
he's worked into the body of Brie Bella plenty.
Yes, he's made her say yes a few times.
Hey-oh!
That's what she said. Oh my god.
That's what she said!
Or the Y2J version. That's what she said.
Love it, dude. Fucking love that
Jericho's at his best when he's just borderline psychotic.
Yeah.
So what other garbage do we have on this card again? I can't even remember.
Well, we're finally out of the pre-show, so that's good.
Yes.
We're 15 minutes into this podcast, so we gotta get going on this. What's on the card here?
Okay, well, since we were talking about Psycho Jericho, let's talk about Chris Jericho and AJ Styles in a match that should have a stipulation but does not.
Thank you! I believe that too.
That's weird, yeah. No stipulation.
Play a submission match, the Lion Tamer versus the Calf Crusher.
How is that not the stipulation?
it seems like such a no-brainer, so obviously someone thought about it already and it was overruled by Vince. So.
You're fired!
Or Kevin Dunn.
Yeah. I think that what happened here, I'm going to assume, is WWE Creative was having a bit of an issue, and that issue is called everybody's getting fucked up and we don't have any wrestlers. Superstars. So they bring in AJ Styles, as has been the plan for a while. And it's like, okay, we have AJ Styles, Chris Jericho's good to work. We're going to put them together. And, we get to WrestleMania. We have even less or fewer wrestlers than before. Okay, we'll do Chris Jericho versus AJ Styles. Sure, we've done it like 15 times already. That's okay. It'll be the big one. And they were so confident in AJ and Chris going head to head. I shouldn't call him Chris. I don't fucking know. They're so confident in AJ Styles and Jericho going head to head. Christopher Jericho. That they didn't even bother trying to come up with a stipulation. It was just, oh, Chris Jericho, AJ Styles, slip that right in there. Let's figure out our other 15,000 fucking awful problems.
I mean, it'll be a good enough match that it does. I don't think it needs a stipulation, but that stipulation would kind of make it go over a little more. Like, it would be just that much better.
Yeah. I think part of it is this is obviously a match that was formulated because there's no one on the roster. Both men are amazing and they're legends in their own right, but this isn't the kind of match you would necessarily get. Usually it would be like, a title match or yes, a match with some sort of, other element to it. And I think it's just, we don't have anything else to do and just fuck it. It's a fuck it match.
Yep. It's a fuck it match, but it's going to be an interesting fuck it match.
Yeah, it'll be great. Oh, don't get me wrong. It's fucking
something
awesome.
Really horrible. I bet you they're going to end up having a match at Extreme Rules as well.
No, it's a good feud, but 5 matches, no.
Oh, I already said
see them doing it for some reason.
A big 12-month feud.
Oh my god. I already said in another podcast.
They don't want to let AJ wrestle anybody else in feud, it seems.
I already said in another podcast of ours that I really didn't want to see Chris Jericho and AJ Styles going up against each other at WrestleMania. Of course that happened because,
He said it.
Stevie Wonder could have seen that coming.
Yeah, I know. But I'm looking forward to watching it. I wish there was something there besides, oh, these two guys are fighting. It's nice to have a bit more weight too.
You mean outside of AJ Styles?
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a fun feud.
Cool haircuts.
Yeah. But I wish there was something more to it.
It
could be worse. They could be feuding over a shampoo commercial.
If they had time, I'm sure there would be Chris Jericho getting a belt and, one last belt and AJ Styles going for it or whatever, but there's just no time. And so that's what we get. And at least it's two guys who can work magic in the ring. That's, at the very least.
Watch this be their worst match yet.
Oh yeah. It's just not even a splash from AJ, just nothing. Yeah. It's all just pure technical wrestling, no high spots. But yeah.
Like a Del Rio Kalisto thing going on forever.
I feel like that about the match we'll talk about next, but let's get into the picks. So I think it's obvious here, AJ Styles.
Oh yeah, AJ Styles all the way.
AJ Styles.
Yeah, I think all of us are going to say AJ Styles. Huh?
Yeah, I think it's kind of more
it's a
so
foregone
like
conclusion. What benefit? Yeah. What benefit would this actually make for Christopher Jericho to win this match?
I don't know. I don't think Christoph has much he can do with this. I just want to be different and call him Christoph instead of Christopher.
Fuck you, you Canadian piece of shit. Go slather some bacon on your tits, bitch. I don't even know what that means.
Okay.
I'm so angry.
What's the next match, Kira?
As I was saying, this is a feud I'm already tired of seeing, even though they haven't wrestled once. Kalisto versus the man I thought should have been fired. One of the men I thought should be fired last week, the Ryback.
And I still say you're wrong.
I still say I don't give a shit.
This is another one that just kind of this one needs that United States champion stipulation. Because why else would anyone give a flying fuck?
Where did it come from? Is what I want.
The Ryback is having compensation issues and needs to beat up something smaller than him.
The match just kind of came out of nowhere, though. Like I suddenly just saw.
I mean, we saw that we saw that Goldback was giving himself a little bit of a push by beating people up in an intense and fast-paced way, and I guess that kind of collided with needing to feed that little man to somebody larger than him. So it's a perfect storm, fellas.
I guess. Again, I don't give a crap, but I would rather see Kalisto win this.
I'm all about a Ryback push myself. I kind of like this Goldberg thing. I really do. Because, the audience said it enough and they gave it to him. Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's more of a Gilberg than a Goldberg.
So
he's
is
like
Ryback...
4 Gilbergs.
Is Ryback a heel in this
He's like
scenario?
Gilberg ate Gilberg.
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, totally. He's gone heel.
Okay,
Weird.
I haven't been following it at all.
For months, he was giving his hats and charms and his fucking
To kids that don't want them.
to kids that don't want him. This is going
That one girl that just she just looked at it like, what the fuck is this?
But now he's Mr. No Nonsense, fucking feed me more.
All the heartfelt speeches he gave 2 months ago.
I believe in
Fuck
myself.
the secret.
I'm a confident boy.
Yeah, I don't. Fuck it. I'm gonna say Ryback wins, and I'm gonna assume there's some kind of weird push going on. Not for any particular reason. I'm just being a contrarian.
Well, I think this is kind of split down the middle. Either that or I'm the contrarian. Tex, did you give your pick yet?
I have to assume they're doing something here. I think that they're going to let it be miraculous enough that Kalisto is now is it 2 or 3 time? I forget. Just 2, right? 2-time United States champion. I think they'll be satisfied with giving him that credential here. Maybe refocus him back with Sin Cara in the tag team division. But yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to Ryback. Actually, I just can't imagine that all this push was to have him turn heel and then lose to Kalisto.
No.
I don't know. There was that one time he feuded with Henry where it looked like Henry was going to pass the torch and then only to have him lose. To have Henry go over.
Baffling decisions, man. Don't get it.
They may do it. They may choose Kalisto. Absolutely go with Ryback. That's what
I don't want it to be Ryback because I just...
You have an irrational hatred for Ryback. I get it.
Oh, no, it's rational. It's rational.
You're Canadian. You have a natural hatred for anything American. Las Vegas is the most American city in the world. Socialist.
I like Corey Graves. He's from Philadelphia. Never mind.
All right, what's next on the
I'm just gonna
card?
pull my foot out of my mouth as we move on to the next match. Handicap match that it's unknown as to whether or not this is for the WWE Tag Team titles, but the League of Nations, Sheamus, Rusev, King Barrett, and Alberto Del Rio.
Big lads!
Yes, the big lads versus
Twirling
the
my finger right now. You can't see it.
Well, okay, I'm pretty sure they already established that it's not for the Tag Team Championship. And
why?
I think I saw.
Why wouldn't it be for the Tag Team Championship? You know,
That already doesn't make any sense. So.
Look at all the other stuff, all the other bullshit on this card. Does anything make sense? I thought so. So I saw this rumor, and I guess consider this a spoiler for listeners who are listening to this before WrestleMania. Don't know why you did listen to it afterward. But there was this rumor, because the Fabulous Freebirds are being inducted into the Hall of Fame this year, that the New Day will be inducting them. So
I think that's been confirmed.
Or not, I'm sorry, that's the already confirmed part. I'm leading into the rumor. So the rumor is that Michael Hayes might have something to do with this tag match. Now, he's like 54 or something.
Really, that young?
No, that can't be right. How old is Michael Hayes?
I figured he was in his 60s.
64.
No, he's 57. Huh.
What?
I'll be damned.
He's only...
Well, he is
a year
pure
older than
sexy.
Undertaker?
He was dating Rosa Mendez last year. So
That would explain so much.
But so Michael Hayes, who's not as old as a lot of people probably think he is, could potentially be a part of the match. You know, be like the mysterious sort of fourth tag member with the New Day. You know, it's very speculative, but it seems like a possibility. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some fourth member to help out New Day.
The indie geek in me wants it to be Apollo Crews.
Oh,
that would be pretty cool, actually.
That's
That'd be
the first thing you said I agree with. Not really, but partially.
Anyways. This match it doesn't make a lick of sense. I'm still not 100% sure if they're gonna make this for the titles, and I'm sure you guys have this 100% confirmed, and you may have already said it, but I don't know. Either way, I just want the New Day to go over, and I think they will.
Yeah, I'm gonna say New Day, and I'll go one step further. I'll say that Big E is the one to get the pin.
Okay.
Mostly I just love him and his big old titties.
Yes.
I'm going to give it to New Day, and I'm going to give him to Kofi. I feel like they've been kind of subtly pushing Kofi a little bit more recently. He is a championship caliber competitor on his own level. Not that Big E isn't, but Big E's got a little bit more time to kind of establish himself first as really being a powerhouse. Certainly he is that for the team. But I'm going to give it to Kofi.
Well, I think if we're going with who's going to take the pin, I think it'll be Big E, but I want it to be Xavier.
That would be pretty great.
Or Shazam, whatever you want to call him.
I'm a big League of Nations fanboy. I really love it. I really, really, really love it.
You're banished from this podcast.
Been smart about it, and they weren't. But I'm gonna go with New Day because I love New Day. New Day's awesome. New Day's amazing. So why wouldn't they go over in this?
Yeah, no, I mean, when the League of Nations couldn't even beat Roman Reigns.
Yeah, it's true. They can't even beat Roman Reigns. So
on his own.
Roman's strong though. Just remember that.
Yes, but he wins by sucking the personality out of any match he's in.
But he's so strong.
Dude, he is literally the strongest.
I gotta say, he is the strongest character on this children's show. Most certainly.
Yes, this children's show, which adults should not be flipping him off because kids might see that.
Fuck that guy. I used to, I remember there was a time when I actually I was kind of on Roman Reigns' side. I was like, it's not his fault that he's written horribly. He's a capable wrestler. He seems like a nice guy. No, fuck that guy. That guy's an asshole. Anyway, let's move on.
Have we gotten into the point where we're talking about how bad Roman Reigns is and how he sucks at everything and shouldn't talk to people?
It's actually funny. That's the first.
I'll turn into a
That's the first podcast we've actually had any kind of negative feedback on. Not necessarily in comments, but it's the only one of our podcasts that's actually been disliked. The Ambrose and the Bitch episode.
Ambrose and the Bitch.
Hey, whoever disliked that episode.
We're not referring to Renee Young. We're referring to Roman Reigns because due to his performance at the Rumble itself.
Hey, guy who disliked that episode, I have 2 words for you.
Fuck you.
Hey, Kira, don't steal my thunder, goddammit. Piece of it was fuck you. Those were the words. Those were the words. You fucking bitch.
Anyways.
Get fucked.
Okay. So, now we move on to the Divas match everybody is talking about. Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch versus Charlotte. Although, while it is technically for the Divas title, that might not be the case after Monday due to some rumors. You can see the article I posted over on our Facebook page, facebook.com/SmarkMyWordsPodcast, or PBD Smark, whichever one. But anyways, triple threat for the Divas titles, Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, Charlotte. I think it's a coin toss between Sasha and Becky, personally.
Yeah, Charlotte's not going home with that championship. It's basic storytelling. She's been a fucking bitchy heel for a while now. Fuck. This is tough. I don't really get the Sasha Banks thing. I don't dislike her, but I don't really see, where the pops come from exactly. I found Becky Lynch, even back when... Oh yeah, she is the boss. But
also, she may or may not be Snoop Dogg's cousin.
She is. That's confirmed.
Okay.
That's confirmed.
That's actually more shocking than the fact that Ric Flair is Charlotte's father.
Wait, what?
Oh my god!
You shut your fucking mouth.
You mean that's why she looks like him?
Whoa! Can you have a source on that, Kira? Because I think if we could break that story, that would be huge for this podcast.
It's word of mouth, honestly, but I don't know. I kind of see it.
This is the worst podcast ever. So
I'm gonna go with Charlotte. I want to go with
that guy who
Charlotte.
disliked the. Watch that be the point that the guy who disliked our Roman Reigns episode says, "Okay, I agree with these guys. This podcast sucks."
So Jared Bear, did you have an opinion you were voicing about this matchup?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was talking at the same time as everybody else.
Sorry.
Charlotte. I want to go Charlotte because I think why not give somebody else a chance to face her after WrestleMania instead of she's been involved with these two for a while now. I mean, why not? I bet you Bayley loses to Asuka and then gets called up to the main roster.
I think that's a given.
Yeah, I see that happening, especially since they're, I assume, redeveloping the women's division.
They might do like a Paige storyline, the Raw after WrestleMania, where Bayley comes and takes the belt from Charlotte, or something like that.
Yes, yeah.
Sorry, I'm a better writer than them, so I'm not.
We all are.
I'm not betting on that.
I'm going to be lazy again, and I'm just going to say that Becky Lynch wins. Fuck it, I don't care.
Well, if I have to choose absolutely one, it's probably going to be Sasha, because that seems like she's been the one they've wanted to give the title since Charlotte turned heel.
Yeah, that honestly, that makes the most sense story-wise. I just really like Becky.
Well, and it puts the belt on a pretty safe place. Simply because as the tweener, then she can feud with just about anybody else after this at this point, on both sides of things. She's a very popular diva as far as it goes. All the Smarks love her. All the NXT people love her. She's been shown herself capable of putting on some stellar matches, in the last 6 months or so.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think it's going to have to go to her, which is a shame because I really want it to go to Becky, because I really would like her to be minted as a rock solid face diva, because they literally don't have that.
Yeah, as much as I'd like to see it go on Becky, it just makes more sense storyline wise put it on Sasha.
And that's why I picked Becky.
My brain says Sasha, my heart says Becky, so we'll see what happens.
If they put it on Becky, they're going to make her heel. I already saw her kind of get frustrated in the last couple shows that I've seen her.
Can't keep turning everybody heel in the Divas division. It's completely unbalanced.
Women are evil, Trev. Text. Yeah.
Jeez.
All right, so I think we've only got 3 matches left to talk about at this point. First up, the most entertainingly lopsided match on the card: Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar. Is there really any question here?
Oh yeah, there's no question. Dean Ambrose wins.
Terry Funk gave Dean Ambrose a chainsaw. He's gonna murder him in the ring, and he's gonna beat the Beast.
I don't know. I feel like you need a fucking cannon to take out Lesnar, not just a friggin' chainsaw.
I foresee.
I'm pissed that they act like I'm supposed to be. Oh man, what a crazy thing! Wow, he's not gonna use a chainsaw. You might as well put a gun in there if that's what you're gonna do.
I'm gonna go ahead and just predict this one. So not only is Dean Ambrose gonna win. He's going to win with the aid of Mick Foley and Terry Funk. Or one or the other. It could be just one of them.
I feel like there should have been a third hardcore legend added in there, though.
I don't want
probably.
To go near
they should have gotten the
Sandy again or something. Sorry, I like being an indie mark again, but...
Yeah, I guess it just... I guess I feel like, again, my heart wants Dean to win this one. Because I would like him to get a bigger push. I do think that he's their guy, and they're just too stubborn and too stupid to accept it. And I also have a little bit of anti-favorism against Brock Lesnar. He's a part-timer. His heart's not in it. It's just a job for him. I don't give a shit about this. He can talk just fine, but for some reason they stuck him with Paul Heyman. Now Paul Heyman wastes his time screaming about Brock Lesnar for a guy who should be able to represent himself. It's not like he has a Mike Tyson voice or he's shit on the mic or anything.
The problem with saying baby.
He does say baby too much, but that's okay, baby.
Baby?
Baby. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Brock Lesnar ultimately. You know, everyone will say that Dean's fucking crazy. And I don't know. Like seriously, that whole little red wagon thing they did on Raw this week, where I'm surprised. At least I don't. If they did say it, it sounded so stupid. I blocked it out. But I'm really surprised that nobody said that line about like him fixing Dean's little red wagon or whatever. You know, this shit's like slam dunk fucking third grade humor that Vince McMahon fucking just chuckling up in the back about. You know.
Yeah, when he's not making fun of disabilities and stuff like Bell's palsy. Anyways, so, I guess if I had to pick one, as much as I want Ambrose to win, I think Lesnar's gonna kill him.
This could be my ace in the hole. This one right here. I'm gonna be the big winner.
I'm gonna say Dean.
God damn it!
Because Wyatt family, they're in WrestleMania spot.
Forgot about that. Yeah.
And I've already seen that there's plans for Brock and Bray after WrestleMania.
Oh shit! I hadn't even thought of that.
Fuck you! You already made your pick.
Yeah,
Fuck
I
you.
know. I said I wasn't gonna. I was gonna say I wasn't gonna change it anyways, but I hadn't thought of that.
Well, who says Dean isn't gonna try to fight them too when they come out? You know?
Oh yeah,
Probably
I mean he is crazy.
Let's just hope he doesn't grab the TV monitor again.
You ready for prime time, bitch?
Tablet.
Oh god. Yeah, Dean Ambrose. Felled by Angry Birds. So, yeah, the Wyatt thing, that's a good point. And I forgot to bring that up. Thank you, Bear. Go on.
What?
Oh, were you were?
No, I just said I'm full of them.
Oh, so yeah,
what you're saying.
Yeah, the Wyatts, need a story that can inevitably end in failure. And B, yeah, they're not on the card yet. And while they could easily, or at least the two of them that are potentially left at this point, could potentially be in the Battle Royal, I figure since they haven't been announced yet and they have no place, yeah, they'll probably show up and fuck with Bork. It would be interesting to see the tables turn a bit and Dean and Bork have to fight the Wyatts off together and then continue their fight or something like that. But still gonna go with Dean, potentially with the accidental aid of the Wyatts, but yeah, Deanie Bop.
Alright. So, from there, we move on to a match I completely forgot about, but you can't blame me. The 7-man clusterfuck ladder. There's a lot of clusterfucks on this card. Ladder match for the Intercontinental title. Kevin Owens versus Dolph Ziggler versus what the fuck is Zack Ryder doing here versus Stardust versus Sami Zayn versus what the fuck is Sin Cara doing here versus what the fuck is The Miz doing here.
I just want to point out, Kira, that we all thought WrestleMania 31 was going to suck. And then it turned out to be one of the better WrestleManias that we, really ever seen. And what I'm getting at with that is this. Yes, WrestleMania 32 is going to suck massive donkey balls. So, with that being said, this is another one of those matches that is just pure, hey, we don't have a lot of people. Let's try to utilize our large undercard to make up for one of our sort of A-list characters. So, you take out any number of our injured folks. Let's say John Cena, yeah. I think Dolph Ziggler's Sami Zayn, The Miz, Stardust, Sin Cara, Zack Ryder, and Kevin Owens together make up approximately 1/4 John Cena. So, if you put that in there, we could have like a WrestleMania 2000 on our hands, which, awful, but not the worst. If we got a 1/4 John Cena, just saying.
Yeah, I'm going to go on record and say this right now. When this match was announced, I was fucking pissed because I wanted just Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in a one-on-one match and maybe make the U.S. title the ladder match.
Didn't we predict that at some point for this WrestleMania, that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn would probably go head-to-head or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of got that.
Discussing our wildest dreams about it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got like a watered-down wildest dream.
Well, this is, of course, as you guys know, not WrestleMania 32. It's KO Mania 1. And that means my boy Kevin's walking out with that Intercontinental Championship. Because he's the champ.
I don't know. Like, I like Kevin Owens. I really do. I think he's amazingly entertaining in the ring. But, let's put it this way. I ain't tweeting Kevin fucking Owens when this match starts. It's gonna be Sami fucking Zayn.
I'm fine with that also. You know me. I'm always being a Zaniac, over here at the house on Monday nights. But you know, he's gonna have to wait. The only way that Sammy's going to end up working is if they just pound the piss out of him for months on end before he finally gets his reward. He hasn't seen enough punishment yet on the main roster to give the belt to him.
Yeah, I agree about Sami Zayn not having gone through the necessary steps to become a champion at WrestleMania. By the same token, I also don't see a lot of options for people to actually take down Kevin Owens. The man needs a solid feud, and, I mean, everybody else is dead, so...
And we've done Ziggler-Owens way too much.
Yeah, we've done Ziggler-Owens way too much. That's not going to happen. So it really has to come down to Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn. We all know The Miz isn't going to happen. Stardust, as much as I would love for that to be a thing, it's not going to happen. Sin Cara,
these guys feud with Stephen Amell to worry about.
Yeah, and Zack Ryder is Zack Ryder. So I'm going to say... I'm going to do a toss-up. I'm just going to say Sami Zayn, because I think that'd be cool.
Can we stop for a second and admit that Zack Ryder looks really awesome with a beard? Have you guys seen him?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, yeah.
It looks better than the goatee.
He's got some real estate there. I was surprised.
Yeah, Zack Ryder's awesome. I'm just, we all know his state in the company.
Yeah.
The only reason he's here...
Well, we established this last week. He's one of those guys that probably needs to go.
Yeah, but the only reason he's here is because, there's a reason all these guys are falling off to the wayside, all these superstars, and there's something going on, and it starts with Zack and ends with Ryder. But yeah, I'm gonna say Sami Zayn. Fuck it, why not?
I gotta agree with my old roommate here, Tex. We're Kevin Owens' house.
We're Kevin Owens' house here, and that's how it's gonna have to be.
He's the totem of our pack.
I would not be disappointed if Kevin Owens walked out with the title.
Oh yeah, that'd be fine.
It's the only thing that makes sense, too.
He'd gloat so much and, fucking hold that belt over his head.
KO Mania.
KO Mania. He just would not shut up about it for the rest of the year.
Oh, the shut up Michael Coles would get so glorious.
Yes. If only he would turn that attention to Byron Saxton.
Okay.
Anyways, now let's get back to the final two matches. First of all, the match that I do not think should go on last, because otherwise people are going to be throwing fucking garbage. The WWE World Heavyweight Championship match, Roman the Bitch Reigns versus Triple H.
Oh boy.
Does anybody,
Reigns,
let's be honest here, does anyone
they'll drop
really
confetti
care?
on him. Everyone backstage will be waiting for the crowd to erupt at this amazing tale of this underdog who's just so strong, getting his championship back, and being the fucking flagship of the company. And the heavens will part, and fucking new stars will appear in the night sky.
And then God will say, Billy, but my name's Roman. It doesn't matter what your name is. Because yes, The Rock will come out to hug his cousin, and everyone will be all happy, except for the majority of the crowd who will probably be throwing garbage.
Man, I don't know.
It's a lose-lose. Yeah, it's a lose-lose.
I mean, they got fucking... One person's walking out with his belt tonight, or on WrestleMania night, and it's Roman Reigns or Triple H, and nobody's going to be satisfied with it either way.
And you don't even have money in the bank to save you this time. You blew that load way too soon.
Yeah,
Hulk Hogan didn't just come down there and challenge.
It could be like one of those.
Is that where all the music gets? Fucking all of a sudden he's just running out there like a madman again.
Always limping out.
It could be like one of those screwy finishes, like Yokozuna versus Bret Hart, when Hulk Hogan totally fucked Bret Hart out of that championship. But yeah, I don't know how. I just don't know how this has to have a screwy finish, right? Like there has to be a screwy finish here. There's no way it's just straight match. Roman Reigns wins championship, confetti, crowd goes wild. That doesn't happen. There's not a universe where that's a thing that happens. So I'm not 100. I don't know 100% either way who will win, but but I just can't see it being Roman Reigns without anything extra happening. Like, there has to be some kind of tag at the end where things go nuts, or else it's just this missed opportunity for a solid Mania. Or not a solid Mania, a missed opportunity for a sorta save Mania. I'm gonna assume something bonkers happens, and I'm gonna be the contrarian again, and I will say, and I'm gonna regret this, I know, because it's gonna be like when I pick a good movie to get the Oscar, and it almost never does. I'm gonna say Triple H wins this match, even though I know it can't happen. I have to believe there's some kind of screwy finish, and they learn from their mistakes, and they don't let Roman go home with the championship. And I know I'm wrong, but I'm gonna put it out there. God damn it. Fuck you, Kira.
Well, because I am a negative Nancy, I see this as everyone mentioned before, this is kind of a rock in the hard place. If Triple H wins, what was the point of trying to push Roman? But if Roman wins, he's gonna get booed out of the building. Now, given how stubborn Vince McMahon can be, Vincent McMahon, let's say, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, I think there will be shenanigans involved. Obviously, The Rock, possibly John Cena, maybe, possibly not, I doubt it, but maybe. Maybe Stone Cold comes down, I don't know. But I see Roman winning after a ref bump and somebody takes a cheap shot at Hunter.
Are you thinking of a Roman Reigns heel turn, maybe, or just a...
No, not a Roman Reigns heel turn, just a shitty finish. A dusty finish, if you will.
There is a rumored heel turn involved with this match, but it doesn't say if it's a person that's in the match.
Yeah. Depending on... then I'm pretty sure they're going to make this the main event, final event. So we'll already know what the fate of the whole WWE, which is somehow less important fight than the fate of the belt. But we'll already know what happens whether Shane or Undertaker win, which will have impact. Say, for example, if Shane won and then Trips was like diabolically hurt by like a heel turn Roman Reigns or whatever, then that would kind of go a long way to explaining why like the Authority might disappear for a long time, because not only are they ousted for power, but Trips is also like grievously injured and can't stand to defend his territory.
Yeah, but does the WWE really need another heel authority figure so soon after the disbanding of the Authority? The potential disbanding, I should say?
No, I definitely don't think that they do need a heel authority figure, but they do need a heel Roman Reigns, because that's the only Roman Reigns that works.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say the possibility of The Rock becoming a part of this and helping Roman win, I mean, it makes sense, and it would, in creative, stupid eyes, it would potentially leave the crowd happy in this weird,
I doubt it. It couldn't.
Bullshit world.
It didn't make them happy when he won the Rumble last year.
I know. They're between a Dwayne Johnson and a hard place at this point. I get that.
Wait, is Triple H the hard place?
That's an uncomfortable vision.
And,
I'm gonna say Roman Reigns because I don't know any better.
Yeah, we're just dumb wrestling fans. It's the concussion talking.
Be like Roman. Roman's strong.
Well, from that disappointment, we move on to one that's started out promising, but quickly devolved into a situation where it doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. It is Shane McMahon, the prodigal son, the product of Vince McMahon's seed.
Ugh.
That's an image.
Ugh.
Versus The Undertaker, Vince McMahon's instrument of destruction, and as he put it, his bitch. As Vince put it, his bitch.
See, I disagree with your lead in there. I think that this not only makes perfect sense, I think this will be... Actually, I know this will be the match of the night, let's be honest here. I don't see the problem people are... Like, I think that, you know, yes, it's not quite as cool as, like, the moment when we found out about it. Like, the moment when Vince said, oh, by the way, you're going to be fighting The Undertaker in Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania. That was one of those moments of just, like, shock and awe, surprise, plot twist. You're never going to get that back. But I think because it was such a huge twist and so fascinating to think about, that now that it's finally coming down to the wire, we're becoming more critical of it. At the end of the day, it's still Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker in Hell in a Cell, and it will potentially allow Raw to go in a totally different direction and change up the company. It's ridiculous, but it's also a fight, and that's how all arguments are resolved in the WWE universe. So as far as, hey, how are we gonna, give this show to a new creative leader? It's an amazing way to do it. I think it's a perfect opportunity to actually give this WrestleMania something to remember it by. That's all I got.
Okay. Well,
also, fuck you, Kira.
I didn't even say anything to deserve that one, but okay. Anyways, we move into our predictions for this match. Mine are pretty straightforward. I'm going to start with what is going to happen, and then I'm going to move into some Mark-style fan booking of what I want to happen afterwards. But plain simple, Shane O'Mac's going to win, and from there, what I want to happen is they bring back the brand split, they get rid of Kevin Dunn, and, I don't know, they push Sami Zayn, they push Cesaro, they push, people that
You want
the
some
fans
ice
really
cream
want to
too?
If you don't mind.
I mean, well, we're making a wish list here. I mean,
I'd like to take your temperature.
sounds like a fever dream.
Yeah, I don't think that it's going to be. This is kind of like Obama taking office. There'll be changes, certainly, but it's not going to be the magical wonderland of socialist change that we're all imagining in our silly, stupid child brains. But it's a good thing. Fuck you, Kira.
I can't blame you for dreaming now. This represents like a potential shift in the WWE landscape. It's a pretty cool thing. I guess ultimately I'm gonna have to go with Shane, and with like a pretty dicey finish overall. I think he's gonna have to do it with outside help. Jerry and I,
Posse?
huh?
The Main Street Posse?
Oh, that'd be amazing. That would be amazing. Okay.
Pete Gas and those other guys.
I
think one of them's named
Rodney.
Rodney Mack.
No,
I don't know.
Well, Jared and I were discussing a potential. I'll let him explain a potential person who could come to the Undertaker's. Go ahead, Joe.
It's Fanny, but it's totally possible. Shane wins. The only reason Shane wins is because Sting appears in the ring, and he hits Taker with the bat. He's got a problem with the Authority already. Why not screw them? Pull Shane over Undertaker.
So pull a Survivor Series?
Yeah. And there's been all this freaking talk lately about, like, the both of them and retiring. And it's just been so back and forth. Like, one thing will say that, oh yeah, Sting is retiring. He said that he's going this year. And then he comes out and he says, no, I'm not. And it's been the same thing with The Undertaker, too. Well, this is his last WrestleMania. No, it's not my last WrestleMania. So I think they're trying to pull the wool over our eyes and trying to confuse us in some way so that we will get our Undertaker Sting match next year at WrestleMania.
I guess.
Oh, that'd be so red hot, dude.
I don't care.
Watch out! I'm getting hard just sitting here thinking about it. Like that's
I can see it.
That's just about the. Watch your eye, Jared. It's just about the finest thing that I could imagine for this, and having it be, Sting kind of do like essentially a run-in, but like a Sting run-in.
Yeah. It makes more sense than my
Taker that way, and make him lose to Shane O'Mac, and like all that prestige.
Plus, he's screwing the Authority.
But it would fuel Undertaker, like an Undertaker, like Sting, like legitimate reason, like grudge match for fucking like mutual retirement. Like, it'd be so intense.
Well, it makes more sense than my IWC Smark Gumdrops and Ice Cream wet dream.
Smark Gumdrops.
Yeah, Shane wins. Screwy finish or not. I think, you put a guy who was well known for putting his body into some rather severe situations, let's say, into a Hell in a Cell match with The Undertaker. there is an element to it where it takes the Undertaker down a peg, and I feel like it's hard to believe this would be Mark Calloway's last match. It just doesn't seem right. So, I expect him with his last match to lose, but I also expect him to lose here, and he doesn't have that many to go. But it just makes sense for him to lose, and it'll probably be a screwy finish. And then when he finally goes out, whichever WrestleMania that is, it'll be a straight up just mano-a-mano, drag-out fight with whoever that is, and he'll lose properly. But in this case, it'll be something crazy or screwy. I hope it's not Sting. I don't want to set up that match. I don't want the two grandpas fighting. It just doesn't seem right. But whatever happens, happens. But Shane, I feel like he has to win. And here's the thing, and people have noted this all over the internet, if Shane wins, and he takes control of Raw, he can just reinstate The Undertaker.
That's right.
Like, that's the easiest out ever. And I could see that happening. Sure, yeah, why not? I could even see The Undertaker potentially, just losing on purpose. Yeah, like finger poke of doom situation. But I don't see why The Undertaker would win.
If that's what would happen, I would laugh and laugh and laugh.
It'd be pretty great. I gotta say, like him, like flicking off Vince, it'd be the best. But whatever. Shane, he needs to win because we need this contrived reason for him to take over Raw and make it suck less. Now, technically they could do that on their own, but they won't. They're gonna put him in charge as this weird figurehead for whatever reason. Either way, yeah.
I think the only way actual change is going to come about, and not just temporary change, is they need to nuke most of the creative team. Let's be honest.
Shoot him in the head.
You said it already. Get rid of Kevin Dunn.
Yeah.
Kevin Dunn has to go.
That Bucky Beaver motherfucker needs to be sent straight to the gas chamber.
Mm-hmm.
I said it. Fuck you.
I hope he's not Jewish.
I hope he is.
To ask, is he Jewish? Because that might be really offensive if he is.
Have you seen his face? He probably is.
Yeah. I was going to say some judgy shit.
Bucky Beaverstein.
Alright, so, normally this would be weird, but let's, because this is WrestleMania, what do you think is going to be the match that steals the show here? I think, personally, as much as as entertaining as it's going to be to see Shane potentially jump off the fucking Jumbotron, I think the match of the night's gonna go to Ambrose and Lesnar. Cause I think Lesnar's gonna hand over his bleeding immunity to Ambrose, cause I don't think they'll introduce a chainsaw, but I think Barbie will come into play. And I think the sheer hardcore aspect of this and the fact that there may very well be blood in this match, it's gonna get the crowd really excited.
Yeah, that could be the match that finally kills the PG, It gets so over, they're just like, fuck it. In that exact tone, and just say, revolution, and everything's golden, and we all get blowjobs, and it's great.
And Kevin Dunn gets fired,
and Kevin Dunn gets fired, and again,
Cesaro wins the title, and
yeah, just all unicorn semen everywhere. It's gonna be the best. I think it'll be great.
Wait, we're talking about actual unicorns or the New Day?
Both together. Just let it all mix in. Slather on your face. I'm going to say Undertaker and McMahon is probably going to be the standout for me. Part of that is I love Undertaker's theatricality, and I love the way that it contrasts with Shane's money
as
thing.
long as he doesn't get gassed walking down the huge ramp. I don't mean literally. I mean, runs out of breath and all that shit.
Yeah, he's a grandpa, but I still think it'll be pretty great, even if they are two old dudes. But Brock Lesnar and Dean Ambrose is definitely my second runner-up. I am so fucking excited for that. Let me tell you.
I would say that probably. I think we're going to be really surprised by the Intercontinental match. I think that there's a lot of bullshit there, but I think that it's also got a potential to be a real winner. It's got that first big match, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens flavor. And a couple of guys who might be hungry, for an opportunity to try to show off at WrestleMania. So
now let's put a pause on there. Who do you think's going through the ladder this time?
Kevin.
Kevin's gonna take some big hits this time.
Okay.
Tex, if you could just take Kevin Owens' dick out of your hand, he really needs to get to Dallas as soon as possible. You know, he's going to miss his flight.
Plus, he kind of has a wife.
I think me and Tex...
She doesn't love him like I love him, okay?
Tex loves him. But I think that me and Tex have been sleeping together too much or something, because I had the same thoughts on my brain about the Intercontinental title match. Like, I think it's going to be surprising. There's some guys that... Some of those guys, as goofy as they are, as shitty as, you know, as much as they lose, those guys are talented, and I like to see some of them work. Especially in a situation with ladder. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I mean, last year's ladder match was entertaining enough, and I can see this kicking off the actual show, not just the fucking kickoff show.
Let's just not. Okay. But yeah, so I think that about wraps it up.
Yeah, okay, so on to the social media plugs. If you guys would like to follow me on social media, I am on Twitter at KiraKennedyHNR, Tumblr at KiraKennedyHNR.tumblr.com, and of course, there's always my Facebook page, Facebook.com/KiraKennedyReviews, because as I always mention, KiraKennedyHNR was taken, bastards!
And I'm Michael Keane. I'm at Michael Keane on Twitter. And I probably have like an Instagram or something, and maybe even a Pinterest, and I know I have a YouTube page and all these other things, but I never write them down, so, yeah, I have a Twitter that I barely use. Follow that. Fuck you.
You can follow Tex Rockwolf at Twitter at TRockwolf. I have a number of other social media obligations, but I'm going to leave the work up to you. It's like legwork's on you this time, bub. See if you can if you got what it takes to be one of my fans.
Oh gosh, Rick.
All right. And Jer and the Holograms, do you have anything you want to share?
Please don't follow me. Stay away from me.
Okay. And if you'd like to follow the podcast, we are on Twitter at PBDSmark and Facebook. You just search Smark My Words Podcast. You go to Facebook.com/PBDSmark because I snagged the fuck out of that. Not making the same mistakes there.
Go, girl.
As always, this is Smark My Words, and thank you for listening, and fuck you, Mike.
Fuck.
Smark My Words is hosted by Kira Kennedy, Tex Rockwolf, and Michael Keane. Our opening theme is Temper by El Tigre Ultimo, who you can find out more about at facebook.com/L_Tigre_Ultimo, as well as soundcloud.com/El Tigre Ultimo, all one word. Our ending theme is Summon the Rock by Kevin MacLeod, who you can find out more about at Incompetech.com. The following has been a production of PeanutButterDisaster.com.
Peanut butter disaster.